You are live. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. What's up? I am still waiting for Jamie to pop in. He's on daddy duty, just getting things locked down with his children. And we'll get him on in a momento. Pat will be joining us as well. He's on the road. Obviously, he's clearly welcome to pop in. I'm not sure how long he's going to be able to talk with him being on the road. But how's everybody doing, man? It's been a hot moment since we've chatted. Hope everybody's doing well. Chilling here, waiting for a few people to pop in. Let me close down some shit. Save before closing. What's been going down with everyone? That's not what we want to do. Hope everybody's doing good. Jeffrey Wilson here, obviously, hanging out, chopping it up. You got Pat Militich, of course, and then Jamie Dlux is going to be sliding in as soon. Jeffrey Wilson. Whoa, what was that? Yeah, obviously, hanging out. Oh, duh. Chopping it up. Sorry. What are we talking about tonight, Rippered guy? The ball's in your court. Jamie Dlux, link doesn't work. That's not okay. All right, hold on one sec, brother. Give me 1 second, my friend. If you go to my personal Twitter page, I just sent you the link to do the damn thing. Hopefully that works. But yeah, just hanging out here. Oh, yeah, let me share this link here to a couple things. And we will get underway. We get our boy Jamie on. Anything's on the plate tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're just sitting here chopping it up, talking a bit of shit. A little bit of everything, whatever you guys want to talk about. Kind of a Q&A, but yeah, we'll definitely have some items on the list as the world has lost its fucking mind. Right? Totally lost its mind. Sorry, I'm just sharing a couple things, waiting for my crew to come in. How is everybody else doing? I'm curious, man. How is everybody else maintaining fucking sanity and just doing what they do? Because it's tough out here in these here streets right now. It has been for the last several months. Damn it, Jim. There we go. Jamie, let's check the stream out. Are you in the building, sir? Oh, there he is. I'm sorry. Adding to the stream.
What's up?
Lux, what's good, brother?
Look at this fancy place I'm in.
What's that?
Look at this fancy ass place. Can you see it? Does it look fancy?
I know. Where are you at, dude? You're
I don't know. It gave me the
out.
it just came when I hit green screen. It gave me an option. I was like, "That's damn." You guys see the whole thing?
Oh, it's right here.
Huge. Yeah,
green screen.
It's like magic. I just pretend I'm here.
Pretend I'm in somewhere not.
I'm smoking in their house. I'm smoking in their house.
You know that tends to be frowned upon. Jamie Dlux, how have you been doing, sir? You know, it's been about 3 months since we last chopped it up. You know, I obviously watch your stuff, watch what you do. Your sentiments oftentimes mirror mine as far as just, you know, if it's a word, like just the exasperation of living in this shit. Like they've inverted the reality, you know, completely full on. And I see sometimes you just, I mean, you're not, whatever, I'm not your doctor, but I don't see you as necessarily doing anything drastic, but it's getting to you like it's getting to us, my man.
Yeah, it is. It is. I've had like anxiety. I've been exhausted. Like feel like the shit. Like I got the shit beat out of me. But you know what? You're right. You're not my doctor. And guess who else ain't? Fucking
You had the
Fauci's
shit
not my.
beat out of you. Come on, you can't just
No,
gloss over that.
no.
Okay.
I feel like I did. No, no one's gotta hit.
Oh yeah,
No one's gotta fucking beat me up. Come on, what are you talking about? No,
yeah.
I just feel like it. I
Like
feel
you
like they did. You know, feeling like haggard, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot, man. There's just a lot going on, and it's I don't know, man. When last time we talked, you know, I kind of went over our last episode. I mean, just even everyone just feels it, dude. It's like everything, reality's just been fucking just full on inverted, and it's like what every day, every single fucking day, I wake up for a split second and feel like I'm dreaming. But now it's like, no, every day I wake, I can't even I hardly sleep anymore, dude. Not to turn
I hate waking up.
Yeah, you know, not to turn this into a big Dr. Phil episode, but it's like, I mean, it's been tough, man. I don't fucking sleep good, and when I do sleep, I dream about weird shit that's all about like, I don't know. I take my work home with me, man, and I don't fucking like it.
Yeah, because you got to. I mean, I stay up. I pretty much stay up till I start passing out, like working on shit or like looking into shit, you know.
Yeah.
That's I just feel like our time's limited, and it seems like it's even more limited now, you know. Shit.
Well, so what? I mean, what have you? You know, last time we talked, it's been a minute, but what have you been doing, man? How have you been keeping yourself busy?
How can I not? Yeah, I've still been working the whole time through this whole pandemic.
Yeah,
I've been working. So my job's been going, thankfully, you know, and then trying to keep up with all this other bullshit going on and everything
and being
else.
a father, you know what I mean? You are top.
Yeah, that too. And there, you know, that makes it hard to do anything. So.
Well, I mean, and I know you're in the, you know, it's crazy now. You know, before it was kids can't get this shit. Now, right before the kids go to school, it's like everybody can get it. The kids and toddlers are dying and teenagers are dying. Of course, that timing is not, you know, it's by design.
It's pissing me off more and more. All right, my daughter's 4, my son's 6. My daughter was starting preschool. My son was going to first grade, and I called the school last week, but they were all set to go, and I was like, "You're not going to make them wear a mask, right?" Yeah, they are. I was like, what? The thing is, where I live, this fucking dumb mask mandate didn't come in till, I don't know, like a month ago. And it's supposed to end on Labor Day, September 4th. School don't start till September 8th. So they're saying, you know, why? And it's supposed to be for under 10 is exempt. It just makes no sense. You know why? Because they're not planning on ending it.
No, not at all. Well, in my scenario,
they do something, they push it. And then bam, something else with it or distract, and then back to it. You know.
Oh, man, I'm listening to you. I'm just sharing.
No, it's good. That's you know, then your kids start getting involved, and you get even more pissed off. I know I do. You know, I feel like these people have no fucking conscience.
No, they don't.
Even the people like that implement, like just say the superintendent of the state. I mean, what do you think? You know.
Well, yeah, we've had an interesting email exchanges with our superintendent here where we live, but it's and honestly, and I don't know, man. Again, I'm gonna turn this into a big Dr. Phil episode, but I mean, we haven't done shows a lot lately, and I mean, for me personally, I know a lot of people, a lot of my contemporaries in this field have been just pumping, and fucking kudos to you, man. Seriously, I mean, like I said, I'm back to work too, you know, kids and everything. There's just a part of me, man. It's just like, I don't want to not argue, not that we come on and argue, but for me, the chess game is this larger plan that's about to go down, Agenda 21, the eugenics-based, technocratic, transhumanist, authoritarian agenda. So when we argue about mask, hey, where's your fucking mask? Like, the mask is just a first step in this level.
Oh, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's why because I know the next thing is the mask is a vax. It's social engineering, and that's exactly what they're doing, and they have, you know, the people. And if you want to wear it, that's fine. That's none of my damn business. But, you know, I'm not going to. I feel like if I bend to this, then we're bending for the vax. And why even take that? I've never had a flu vaccine. I've never had the flu. Plus, it's suspicious as fuck. You know, and I know a lot of people still don't see it.
Well, and that's the thing. Why all of a sudden the vaccine become a silver bullet? We do have a vaccine that people take every year for the flu, and we still have tens of thousands of people dying from it. Yeah. So I mean, it's like this notion that this corona vaccine, whatever, it's absolutely insane. And again, it's like you just said, and what most people know, this is just the first step in the level of compliance and conditioning, ending with with possibly, China being that beta test, that model of that social credit score. You don't have a mask, you can't shop. You don't have a vaccine, you can't send your kids to school. It's just a slow incremental way of just moving us into this. And then with the contact tracers, that's all, stored data.
I'm like this, like full on, like anxiety, like white knuckle all the time. What the hell's gonna happen next?
What is going to happen? What do you think, bro? I mean, everyone has been kicking it around, forced vaccinations, which, I'm out here in rural fucking bumfuck. How are you going to go to each of these houses in the hills?
Yeah.
And, but what do you see happening, man? Long game.
I mean, if I think about it, I think we're fucked, but I'm still hopeful though, because I'm coming from here. I feel like I don't know what. I just feel like we need more people to like just fucking say no. But I don't know, because I also feel like I feel like reality split in two, but we're still in the same reality, like it's really weird, like just completely different ways.
Again, I think the social engineers have mastered who the fuck we are.
Yeah.
Not only back in the day were they able to MK Ultra individuals and even maybe groups, and now it's like cities, states, countries. The level of like social engineering and conditioning that's been going on, not to say whatever. It's just a slow incremental roll into something that nobody wants to see. And again, it's like you just said, man, this acquiescence, I'll do that, even though it's fucking nonsense. It's just a slow roll into something that we don't even want to sort of see, man.
I know. And if they start doing it now, because like anybody that looks, it's just like, wait, no matter, I'm not saying I know what the fucking truth to everything is, but it's just like, wait a minute. None of this doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense to me either. What the fuck are we doing? And it just keeps going that way, man.
Well, and as if COVID wasn't enough, right? They've piggybacked on that. I'm not sure which came first, the chicken or the egg. All of this social unrest, which is just fucking bringing cities just coming unglued. Major cities. Yeah. And, I say this oftentimes when we do shows. I mean, all you got to do is open a history book and look at the Bolshevik Revolution or Mao Zedong or any of these kind of revolutions that these useful fucking idiots go out and, they think they're helping. But when they're done, I was watching an interesting documentary on, I think it was Stalin or Lenin the other day. I can't distinguish the two after my inundating it too much. But once he got power, he just killed almost his inner circle. So the fucking boots on the ground people that when they were done with, dude, when they are done with you, they will be done with you.
Oh yeah.
And I know you think you're helping, but you're just serving a purpose right now. Period.
Yeah, exactly.
The end.
That's it. Yeah. That's how it always works. It just goes like that over and over again. But
I know. But I mean, I don't know how old you are. I don't want to put you on blast, but I mean, have you ever seen, like, if you and I were to go take over a fucking 7-Eleven or a Quick Trip, they'd be fucking swatting and frogmen and people coming out of the goddamn ceiling to kill our ass. These people are taking over swaths of cities, man, police departments, and I've just never. Now it's like the numbers aren't even. I was listening to where was he from? Seattle or Portland? He's like, there's just way more of them than there are us. And part of that Bolshevik Revolution is, you fucking remove the police force, you defund the police force. Police force are retiring in droves. You release criminals, and then.
It's like everything. Well, they want the UN police force. What they want, like for the world government.
Yes.
And it's just ridiculous because that's the end game. Like all of that we've all heard about forever. Yeah, that's.
If you haven't heard, and most people, if you're listening to the show, you've already fucking heard. Agenda 21, Agenda 2030. This is a chess game that has been played out, that has been planned for a very long time. And again, the social engineers, these behavioral scientists, these fuckers who were ones and zeros to them, dude, almost like, again, the Matrix. They just almost harbor us to just consume, and they know how to play us. I mean, we trample people for fucking Jordans and Black Friday sales.
Shit, not me. I get excited to go to the store when it's not busy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be up there for a VC. Well, I guess VCR is something of the past. What the fuck am I talking about? I'm trying to get this new VCR out. I gotta play some tapes. Remember those things?
That's some pawn shop shit, dude. I went into my storage thing and I do have a whole bunch of tapes, dude. I used to tape all the old school X-Men cartoons and the 90s fucking Spider-Man cartoons. I have so many of those old school things on tape.
Oh, yeah.
I need to convert because I don't even know if they'd fucking work anymore.
Yeah, I still have old tapes. I would like to convert one day. I broke my converter. So I need
that'd be something to have. You probably look at it. You probably, I don't know how your kids are, but my daughter just turned 13. If I put a VCR in front of her, like, hey, hook this up. Let's watch this. She's like, the fuck? I need the Rosetta Stone for this shit, bro.
Yeah, it's getting. I don't know. Everything's all confusing. Oh man, I have anxiety constantly now. Just like.
No, I know, man, and it sucks because I've always been a pretty fucking laid back dude, and even now, I mean, it's more of a discipline to remain laid, but not just laid back, like you're just like, hey, nothing's going on, but it's like if I allow, like literally every day, I'm sure you get it with having shows like this, people send you shit all the time.
Oh yeah,
you're watching shit, and even if you weren't aware of it, like, fuck, dude. And I think you posted the picture, like the little, and someone sent me today the kids in the cafeteria. Everyone's spaced out.
Yeah.
It's fucking heartbreaking, and this is the new normal we're all supposed to get used to.
I'm not gonna get used to it, but I know we ain't going back. So I feel like we're at this fork, and we're either gonna go, one way or the other. The one way is off a fucking waterfall, and I'm not trying to go that. I want to go the easy peasy, the good way. I just don't know how exactly to do that. So
well, and that's what I'm saying, man. Ooh. Almost part of that, the sentiment of there's no going back. It's one of those. I don't know, man. They have to get rid of the old to bring in the new, and I've been saying that a long time on the show. Whether it's social, financial, political, like this has been talked about for a long time. And I talked to good friends of mine and people like I never would have thought, even in my own conspiratorial mind, they would have went so fucking ham to collapse this motherfucker.
I didn't. I know. I like because we knew. I mean, I felt like I knew in the back of my mind. I didn't feel like it was happening anytime soon, though. Really, I thought it was still going to be. But damn, man, it's like it's happening. It's fucking happening.
And the speed in which it's happening.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it took me a while to come to these realizations, but it's clear as fucking day right now. 2020 vision. So I don't even know. I just don't want it to happen. I don't know what to do.
I know it's just what I mean. And then, in the background or wherever you want to see it, you have, looming shit with China, the South China Sea and all that's going on there. It's like, I mean, obviously there's a certain level of keeping us distracted and dividing us because, they did. And again, one of these things I would say on the show, even before COVID, going in 2016, I don't know about you, but I saw huge divisions, family members, not even talking.
No, you're
just
right.
Just off of Hillary and Donald.
I know, because I started seeing. I'm like, when the fuck did we start becoming enemies from opposing opinions? You're always allowed to have it. I don't care if you have a different.
Where it got so visceral. 2016 was the first time I seen it so very visceral. And then now you got 2020. You have all the political shit. Now you got political, religious, racial, sexual orientation, religion. I mean, it's just, and then COVID, and then fucking where's your mask, motherfucker?
Well, the thing is with group psychology. Edward Bernays would talk about this. God damn, that's some good shit. I need that though, as fancy as us. So once you identify with a group, it's a lot easier to manipulate you.
Yes.
Because the group identity, group thought. I mean, it's okay to identify as groups, but people take their identity so seriously. Like, I don't care what the fuck you label me as. I know it's just like it's just a way to describe me. Well,
and I was just talking to a friend today. It's kind of a larger conversation we're having, but it gets into this. I don't know if people are familiar with Eckhart Tolle. It's kind of more spiritual shit, but everyone thinks their life situation. Hey, I'm Jamie. I work at such and such. I'm married. I have so much of kids. That's your life situation.
Yeah,
right. Your life is, and whatever. You can disagree, and I'm really not you, but to people.
No,
we're all infinite conscious awareness, but and just living our life through this particular spacesuit, this avatar, living our life from wherever we were from. But that's our life. That's our life situation, not our life. And so I think we wind up getting that so confused with because we are very tribal people, extremely tribal to some degree. Yeah. But when we start seeing like the fact that, man, we just got to understand we have more similar than we do fucking different. But exactly. Like you just said, and I say it all the time, you get people into groups and then you play those groups off against each other. And that's, a very tried and true, almost, divide and conquer has been going on for a very fucking long time, but we fall for it every fucking time because we are so extremely tribal. Yeah. And I posted something the other day. It was like, even through all of this, like, hey, 400 years of this. Well, these guys did this. I mean, everyone does the Olympics of suffering. Like, well, no, my people suffered more. And that's just so unproductive. Like slavery, for example, that shit's been going on since, time immemorial. And there's no point in comparing who suffered more during slavery. It was fucked up.
That's the human game, though. That's what it's a competitive mind. They program us with that competitive mind where I've suffered more than you, or I give more than you, whatever, But, I think collaborative mind is much more efficient. I don't know what the fucking right word is, but one of those, I think it's more cohesive.
I mean, and obviously, there's more money in keeping you sick than curing you. There's more money in dividing us than keeping us recognizing like we really, we have obviously more in common than we do different. But I mean, I've always wondered, I've always kind of seen that equation of like, man, why do they keep us everybody against each other? But I mean, even now, man, like part of why I haven't been able to do shows so much, me personally, recently, is like I don't want to talk to people about like the nuance of all this shit going on. The grand chessboard is playing out, and now it's one of those conversations like, what's next? How bad is it going to get? I mean, and even though I'm a cynical motherfucker, I mean, I hate to think that this civil war, if you will, is almost a foregone conclusion. Because, like I said, you look at the Bolshevik Revolution and all the police departments pulling back, they're going to scorch the fucking earth, and then what's going to come after that? Like you said, possibly UN troops. Whatever it is, it almost seems like someone who studied this for a while, it seems like the writing on the wall. Because like I said, if you and I went and robbed somewhere, the cops would be fucking everywhere. And I'm just scratching my head like, where are the fucking, where are the arrests? And then, of course, you have these prosecutors that in certain cities like where I'm in, St. Louis, Chicago, etc., that are refusing to prosecute these motherfuckers who they arrest. And that's what, these cops are like, we're fucking exhausted. We're not going to go risk our life and fucking pinch these motherfuckers if you guys aren't even going to press charges.
He's going to let them out. Yeah, it makes no sense. Nothing makes sense. And that's why it's so obvious, because nothing makes sense. It's like everything that they do, you should have done the opposite.
And that's what I'm saying. That happens so quickly. You know what I mean? It just, I'm almost at loss for words each time.
What?
Whatever, like day 83 in fucking Portland. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah. But then again, we're getting. Well, I don't know, because cell phones, but still, I think a lot of what we get, we're meant to get, to like have us emotionally react to shit
constantly.
Yeah,
and that's why I always.
But there's cell phones too, though. So I'm saying, like, but shit, that don't mean nothing, though. I mean, it could be just people but who knows anymore? A lot of people are out of work. I just made one video recently. There's been a dude in New York, Lincoln Kareem, I think his name is, filming New York City every day since March, I believe, right? Like with a really good camera and a zoom camera. And he was zooming in on these people that were like, there was like a little news conference in front of Trump Tower in July. And he was far away, but he zoomed in really far. And I could read the titles or what it said. It was something about, I don't know, like gathering the unemployed or whatever. Turns out it's all this communist shit, right? Like I found all this communist shit. I was like, what the fuck is going on? They're paying these people to protest and be on the news protesting and shit.
Bro. And again, that's, I wasn't aware of that level. So I met Bill Ayers when I was in college in one of my documentary classes. I don't know if people know who Bill Ayers is, one of the founders of the Weather Underground. I had no idea who this fucker was at the time, but he comes into my class. He's like, this is like 2002 or 3, right when the war kicked off. He's like, you guys don't know how to protest. I used to go in and fucking go kick people in the shins. Basically provocateuring shit, getting people pissed off.
Yeah.
And it was like, it just didn't dawn on me then. This is crazy talk, not crazy talk, but it's just researching this shit. Not to say Eugene McCarthy was completely right about this fucking everything's communist, but dude, the shit was infiltrated. So our government was infiltrated by communists so fucking long ago.
Oh yeah.
And you have cats in very, very high positions, and even in the intelligence community today, who have somehow bobbed and weaved and got their asses in there. But again, once the Weather Underground shut down, they're like, nah, we can't do this shit with like bombs and shit. We got to infiltrate the universities through, schools and shit like that.
Oh yeah, well, what is it? I think it's
school type shit.
Is it like the Thabian Society or Thabians? It's like the slow infiltration and like pretty much, molding our minds to be that way.
Yeah,
it's supposed to work a lot better than just by force.
No, absolutely, absolutely.
Propaganda,
yes,
drugs.
That's why I was saying recently, before this should happen again, I was like, we're gonna be seeing less of symmetrical warfare, like troops, bombs lining up.
Yeah, no, it's all.
asymmetrical. Yeah, asymmetrical. Whether it's like you said, propaganda, covert operations, fucking biological shit, economic shit. Like a lot of the war we're seeing right now with China is a soft war, but it's being done economically through trade deals and that Huawei shit. That, I mean, I don't know how much you followed that, but that's gonna be a key component in helping collapse that motherfucker, dude. Huawei and the TSMC, the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company. I mean, that's
no clue what you're talking about.
Oh, dude, you got to peep it out, man. Peep out Huawei and TSMC. Huawei, dude, it's big time shit, man. It's collapsing basically their ability to grow their technocracy and shit. But again, there's also still a larger thing going on who's going to be running this new technocracy because it's coming. You know what I mean? It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And there's a lot of lot of brinksmanship going on behind the scenes on who's going to be fucking implementing this infrastructure of this next evolution, dude. There's trillions, hundreds of trillions of dollars in what was going to be folding out. I saw Elon Musk launched, I think, 14 new satellites for the not the Neuralink, but the smart grid, and they said they were going for, I think, 48,000 satellites, which are going to comprise this smart grid.
I want to get the fuck out of here. Come on. I can't find my spaceship. I was drunk one night. Somebody get me out of here. I want to go. Let's go somewhere. Somebody help me.
It's Mars, bro. That's the only
Earth or something. I don't know, man. There's probably lizard people down there. I don't know if I want to go down there. Where's the good aliens at? They got to save the day or something.
Where are the good aliens at, right?
Some good robot us's too. Jesus Christ, man. We're like, this is a movie. I think it's a movie.
You got it. No, that's the Matrix, man. That was a documentary more than a movie. Like, creating this false reality that they place over.
It's 100% metaphorically true.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So, and I love metaphors.
I don't know if you saw Elon Musk on Joe Rogan. You get a chance to peep that. Oh, okay. No, I was sitting up late at night. Not 100%. Fading off into sleep and shit, but how they made it sound so cool, man. They're gonna drill this little 1-inch diameter hole in your head, the Neuralink, man. If you're a paraplegic, you'll be able to walk again, bro. If you have Alzheimer's, get your thoughts back, man. I mean, they just sold it as this, like, it's just crazy how they sold it.
Fuck that. You know what? I kind of think that they're trying to beat us to it, because I think that's like a next step in human, like, evolution, is we'd be able to, be more, maybe tell, dolphins, they have the built-in sonars, and I know there's stuff with this that they try to block and all that. So sometimes I think these technocrats want to beat us to it so they can control us. Because
that's what the whole last 100 fucking plus thousand years have been. And I think civilizations have come and gone several times throughout history. And just like, when you remove, not to get into that kind of conversation, but when you get into remove statue, you remove history. When you start to take history down,
that's what I was thinking, man.
You can start telling your own tale of history. So, like, back in the day, fucking, Anunnaki or wherever you want to go with it, there was a lineage of history and technology and skills we had that they had to suppress and then rewrite history in that. No, this all just started with dynastic Egypt. We were dipshits, cavemen. Now we're so cool now with smartphones.
And we have no fucking clue, because they just keep erasing history,
and as we, you're Graham Hancocks, and we're a civilization with amnesia. We just keep finding more and more shit that just shows how old shit really is. That's the fascinating shit to me, man. That's why
it is. Because I was just saying, you don't learn if you're, you can learn from mistakes.
Absolutely.
But if you erase the mistake and just pretend it didn't happen, then you don't learn anything.
I saw some cat in Chicago was saying the Chicago schools need to stop teaching history because it breeds white supremacy and racism. Like, and I see a lot of BLM curriculum trying to be put into schools. I mean, it's just, this is what the fucking commies do. They come in and try to erase history and then tell their own tale under the guise of, like, people are suppressed and oppressed. And we can have that conversation of,
I thought Dave Chappelle kind of killed racism for the most part, like almost 20 years ago with that skit. And it's like, the blind white supremacist.
Oh yeah.
That's like the first episode ever.
Bigum's, I forget Clinton.
Clinton, so it's just like
Clayton Bigsby. There you go.
Because we got to learn to laugh at ourselves and not take ourselves so seriously. It's these labels that do it. God damn it, they hypnotize us.
Well, and I've always thought, man, like, even Kamala Harris, man, everyone on the left, and I don't like the right left paradigm. I hate to even use those kind of labels, but everyone on the left is like, I swear somebody back in the day said, it's the content of somebody's character, not the color of their skin. I swear, those guys were like, hey man, race and gender shouldn't mean shit. But when Kamala comes in, the moment the fuck they say, what's the first thing they say? This African American, East Indian, Jamaican slave owning female.
Make a list of labels here. Then
they make a list of fucking labels, man. And
it should be like blind, man. Like it should be. Well, I guess you couldn't do that really, but like anything, I think it should be like a blind thing. If it's going to matter that much, because it shouldn't. Right. It should be like qualifications.
I think I saw Morgan Freeman say some shit about that. Like, why even bring it up? Like the whole hey, here's the first fucking Mexican American swimmer to beat the record. It's like, hey, here's fucking Juan, whatever the fuck his name is. He just beat the. I mean, it's like
song.
Mexican and again, that gets back to that. It gets back to that extreme tribalism where it's like you want to be able to, lament the accomplishments of individuals without trying to make it be some kind of divisive tool. Yeah, and I know that's impossible because, like, again, we're also fucking tribal, and you got I forget who it was. Nick Cannon recently was like, I don't know if it was Nick.
Oh, yeah, he said some shit that pissed people off. I know that. I forget what he said.
Maybe it wasn't him. It's been going around, man. There's kind of some black supremacist shit, dude.
Yeah,
and it's just like white people were born evil, and melanin gives us superpowers and shit.
That's right.
Yeah, dude. I did a podcast with some brother the other day, dude. And I'm like, and I was just like, yeah, that shit was ridiculous. She's like, I'm like, the whole melanin was superpowers. He's like, but we do have superpowers. Like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? You're a grown ass man.
It's fun to me if it's put in a joke, because if it's done lighthearted, because what are they? I don't even know what the word is anymore, because you can't talk about that kind of stuff. Stereotypes. Stereotypes can be funny because there's some truth to them. I can't dance for shit. I can't dance.
Right? Listen. I mean, I said this years ago on the show, and I'm a fucking black dude, but it's like I've been raised around. Hey, sit down, fucking Jamal, with your old monkey ass. Like that's something you hear. But if a white person said, I mean, it's context, obviously. When that's
exactly.
Another thing that's been hugely lost. But I mean, again, we all have the same number of what they call melanocytes. This is A&P right here coming out. College A&P. We all have the same number of melanocytes, but because we were all born and raised in different areas, those melanocytes create less and more amounts of melanin, plain and simple. There's there's nothing magical about it. There's no.
I wonder that. I wonder if the significance of people in areas over time. How the difference is.
That's all it is.
I wonder how it affects it though. Or if, I don't fucking know. There's probably some aliens or something involved. I don't know.
No, I'm just saying when you live near more of an equatorial, more tropical area, you're going to need more melanin to protect yourself.
That makes sense.
I mean, it's really not even more complicated.
That's why I'm so red. Yeah, I'm outside working all day. Look at this. I'm gonna blind you.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, dude. That's all it is.
Yeah.
But it is. I mean, it is so unfortunate that we have to fucking stay in that lane of. Again, it's this the divide and conquer, man. They just don't want us hanging out together. They don't want us.
Crazy. You remember last year? It was all about sex and your pronouns, and it was all about that last year. And then this year it became race. In between COVID or whatever. It's fucking nuts.
It's what you just said, man. It's like sociology 101. Get in a group and then play those fucking groups off against each other. Plain and simple, dude. I mean, that's all it is. I mean, at the top is these fucking eugenicist motherfuckers who hate all the groups. And then, through their apparatuses help, play us off against each other. But at the very, very tippy top, they don't give a fuck, dude. Do you think Apple and Google, these hundreds of millions of dollars that are going into Black Lives Matter, they really fucking give a shit about Black lives?
No, they don't give a shit about any of us. In fact,
that's what I'm saying. When have they ever?
Ever since the baby boom, they've been freaking out about population, and they found ways to limit it by sterilizing people in different ways, making people sick and different, all the shit. They poison everything of ours. Let's face it. Everything that we consume, even air, water, food, everything. And, they want to take care of it. So I just don't know. I guess they're doing it through sterilization first, maybe. Well, no, wars and all that shit. It all plays into it. I just don't know what they're doing now.
I mean, name it. Like you just said, food, What? Johnny doesn't learn like Susie? Well, let's hop him up on some brain fucking changing SSRIs.
Yeah.
And you just name it. That's, I mean, I guess they call them soft kill weapons, or even if they don't kill you, they just kind of alter you in some way.
Yeah.
But again, man, this is, I mean, the eugenics program, dude.
Yeah.
They got to get rid of the old to bring in the new.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's Georgia Guidestone numbers that they're going for, but I mean, we're going
That's
to
the general consensus. That's the general consensus.
Yeah, I mean, and that'll take a little time to get down to that number, but we're seeing the put from wars over the last 15 years and what we're seeing now. And I mean, I don't know, dude. Let me ask.
I've been there. I've been to the Guidestones.
Have you?
Yeah, I spit on
down there in Georgia.
Yeah, well, I'm in South Carolina, so it was only like a state away. It's out in the middle of nowhere, though.
Yeah, that's right. You were in those SoCal. Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
If a civil war does pop off, my personal opinion is the left will stand no chance against real operators, and it will be short to some degree, and they will only be able to resort to a certain level of guerrilla warfare because almost that symmetrical face on face, it's all going to be kind of asymmetrical, but there's no way they're going to be able to handle cats. And I'm not to say former military and stuff aren't on that side, the Antifa side as well, but you got way more individuals on the, for lack of a better term, I hate to use labels, but like the Patriot side, if you will. What do you think? How does a civil war play out, brother?
I would hope we didn't get to that. I would hope
if it were, we're gonna hypothesize.
I'm gonna run to the goddamn. I'm run for the hills, Iron Maiden. I'm gonna run to Boone or something, North Carolina.
Wasn't that
we're going to the mountains next month, like in a month from now. We're gonna stay in a log cabin for a couple of days. So hopefully, if it does happen, I'll be up there. So maybe we should make some bets on that on a calendar, because then I got to pay out money.
Some bets on that. Well, again, it's so. I mean, I was actually talking about that with somebody like 2 months ago. Where do you think it'll pop off? And like, I'm not asking this like it's more rhetorical, but kind of I am asking. Where do you think it will pop off? Because it's almost like they've like I was saying in the beginning, the psychological pressure they're putting on everybody. You've seen the movie Falling Down, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so his falling down moment was fucking not being able to get breakfast or whatever it was.
He had a shitty ass day. His like car broke down. I think he had a whole.
He had a shitty day. He had a super shitty day.
I have days like that a lot actually.
But that's what I'm saying. So the level has been, the threshold has been like raised, if you will.
Yeah.
So like now we're all fucking pissed off. So it's like almost a Pop-Tart coming out of the toaster, fucking burnt, could set a motherfucker off at this point. Not literally, obviously, but. I was in a store the other day, and this lady, I didn't have a fucking mask on. I was filling up all my waters, and she rammed my cart in this passive aggressive way. Like, oh, sorry, I'm not going to engage. Believe me, I want to choose my fucking battles. But I knew what Karen was doing. I knew she was upset, and I felt bad for her. But I was like, no, you're all right, sweetheart. You're all right. She just had that look, that glaring look. But
I carry an inhaler with me everywhere, so
yeah,
I'll put that out there.
Well, and I don't want you to have to lie. I would be like, no, I can't, man. I have a pre-existing condition. Oh, what's that? Fucking common sense. Eat a dick.
I can't fucking breathe with this shit on my face. I'm in South Carolina. It's humid as shit. It's like having wet ass underwear on your face all day. I don't get. You want me to breathe through this? That's gonna kill me. You guys are crazy.
I don't know, man. I hope it doesn't get there either. Seeing what we see every day, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. This shit can only go on for so long, what these fuckers are doing, before there's some measure of we're already starting to see it, the pushback. But like full on, like Cat, I don't know if you've seen the video, it's kind of gone viral. Sent it to you the other day. The guy who was speaking to the city council, his arms were folded. He was like, look, man, you guys got to fucking check these motherfuckers or do something. We were in war. We seen hell. We came home to try to chill and, raise our family. But if you guys don't fucking do this, dude, you guys are giving us no other option. And, he even says, like, this isn't a fucking threat. Again, this is just a reaction to you guys, lack of reaction.
I know. It's fucking doing nothing. Nobody doing nothing.
Well, I mean, I hate to dig into the COVID thing, but like, wow, we did this over something with 99.7 survivability.
It's never been about that. And that's my opinion.
No, it hasn't been. It hasn't been. Especially with the numbers, the way they're fucking bullshitting the numbers.
Exactly. And they're making the numbers higher. There's all these states that were putting sick people in, and I'm not like they probably were really sick. We saw them, but the designer, I'm gonna have this sickness and label it with this designer label. just like in Event 201, it was caps. That's what it was called in that.
Yes.
But they called it COVID this time. But this designer fucking and scared the fuck out of everybody. So everyone's gonna live in fear, and
it's crazy.
Just do what they're told, and fight each other over it, snitch on each other.
Snitch lines, dude. Are you kidding me? That's been going on for a fucking hot minute, man. And we had goddamn Ian and Frank Trimboli, the owners of the Attila's Gym up in New Jersey. Ian Smith, I believe his name was. Yeah, dude. We had him on like several months ago. The guy missed his mom's funeral to keep his business open, because if he went to the funeral, he would have to quarantine for 12 days. Dude, they wound up going to jail, wound up having to bus back into their own spot. And then now recently they fucking had their business license taken. They are releasing fucking prisoners
out
of jail. And these guys get arrested for opening their own business.
And like I said, I feel like we need everybody to fucking, I don't know either. I don't know what to do exactly, but I'd say the shit needs to stop.
But that's what I'm saying. Reality has been so fucking turned on its head. Wait a minute, you're letting people out of jail, but you're arresting people for just being trying to have a fucking livelihood.
Like
with something that's 99.7% fucking survivable.
Exactly. But here's the thing, like I couldn't go to my father's funeral, which was in May, and I mean, I'm not all like beat up or anything. I just
if I can ask, why couldn't you go? Because of the COVID shit?
Well, yeah, it would have been pain in the ass. I don't know if they would have made me quarantine or so. I mean, maybe I could have, but because of the whole COVID shit, I wasn't gonna. You think I was gonna try to go through fucking airport security and mass shit? No, hell no. Because I would have to fly to Massachusetts. I'm in South Carolina. But yeah, I mean, I just met him in 2016, and then he passed, and he actually passed in December. They didn't bury him until May, which is fucking insane to me. In Massachusetts, yeah. So, but even on the end of his obituary, it says close to the public due to COVID-19. I'm sure I could have went if I would have had number one, had the money. But I would have had I have a panic attack going to a goddamn airport anyway. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be on a plane. I can't. Yeah, there's no way in hell. No way in hell I could have done that. Fuck that. So
again, man, the choices. This is all like a cumulative, man. It's been 3 months. It's gonna obviously keep going. Psychologically, man, I think that's where they're really chipping away at people, man. People are trying to play the game, trying to be patient on multiple levels, whether it's COVID or motherfuckers blocking ambulances in people's way when they're trying to go home from work. I mean, they're pushing people. And I think that's where the real damage is being done psychologically. Because again, we all have a fucking line, dude, for a falling down guy. It was the burger or whatever. But I mean, they're just putting people in a situation where they're literally watching and hearing about prisoners being fucking released from jail. But my boys like Frank and Ian, that not only do they get arrested, they get their business license taken.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The right to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, that's all they were doing. And they arrested them for, but they let people out of fucking jail who were convicted of fucking up their life or whatever.
And people are seeing like these churches and shit being closed, and people being around.
That too, bro. That too.
And not only that, like them advocating the protests, like these governors and shit.
While participating.
Yeah, it's like people got to see that shit. Like what
they do, but that's what I'm saying. The inversion of fucking reality. These guys are being arrested, having their livelihood taken, but the masses of people who go out and fuck shit up, they get a pass. I mean, if they get arrested,
and they get released. They get released. Like no charges or anything.
That's what I'm saying, man. The line is, I mean, it's people's patience is just wearing fucking thin. And I don't mean that to say like I'm or anybody's going to go do something. Just everyone's grasp on, of course, the world's not normal anymore, but everyone's tentative grasp on what was fucking reality, that veneer is fading so very fucking quickly, dude.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't even know. Again, I wanted to hear your insight of what you think, what might be next, civil war, or, what do you think about potential, mandatory vaccines?
I think they're going to try it.
You think they will?
Well, I don't know. I think they're going to push it at least and maybe see what the pushback is, because they're doing these Yale studies how to manipulate us into compliance with that, and they're trying to figure out, because I feel like we do have free will. That doesn't mean you won't get, killed or
Jay Kerfront says COVID is a slow motion 9/11. This time they're taking our personal bodily rights, and that's spot on.
Yeah,
I mean, and again, 9/11 and taking your shoes off, all of that was part of the conditioning, ladies and gentlemen. All of these different moves in these genuflex to the deep state have all been a part of this program. And again, we can even get into fucking genocide, dude, because I've been talking even before this happened. They're trying to create a genocide race war, if you will, but none of that happens overnight, man. Whether it's Rwanda, Srebrenica, Darfur, anywhere where you've seen that happen, it's taken years. And you even hear the how people are speaking. Oh, these guys aren't animals. They're fucking not even human. When you start hearing that language, dude, that's the seeds, man. That's the fucking seeds. Because in order to exterminate the enemy, you have to no longer see them as human beings.
That's right. That's exactly right.
And I just, goddamn, I mean, Jesus, Katie bar the door if we get to that point.
Yeah.
I honestly appreciate your, I wouldn't even call it optimism. I mean, it's a bit of an optimism, you know, like, we're not going there. And I've been trying to stay there too, man. But obviously through these conversations we have, and
I mean, I don't feel it. Well, the thing is, I don't go with my mind. I go with like my heart and gut.
Yeah.
So I used to think with my mind, but I know that it gets in the way. So
well, and that's how I was too, man. But then having conversations with like G. Edward Griffith, man, who totally understands.
I've read his book.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Or Rosa Corey, who talks about Agenda 21. As much as we kind of want to think and live in the world of what we want it to be, there is a world fucking happening that there's a certain point we got to kind of adjust to as much as we want it to be otherwise. Especially now, man. I mean, I've been studying all this shit forever, starting with the JFK thing when I was a kid. I mean, this is the move. I've always talked to people like, hey, is this the big move? This is the move, what we're seeing now. This is it. This is a move into the global reset, the fourth industrial revolution. People talking about the Internet of Things, fucking the smart grid,
New World Order,
and that's essentially what it is. I mean, that's all it is under the guise of this New World Order.
Yep. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't, but for a movie to be good, you got to be on the edge of your seat. It can't look like if that's what this is. I feel it feels like that. But
we're definitely on the edge of our seat.
I feel like a lot of us are here. Like, I definitely feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I feel like a lot of us are here for a reason, maybe to have a chance at stopping it somehow.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. And I'm with that. I would need to embrace more of that sentiment, because that's honestly kind of why we've been AWOL, because I've been in my own head thinking there's a certain inevitability to this where it's like, regardless of there's conspiracies and shit that I've researched throughout the years, or even the shit we've talked about on the show on the Conspiracy Farm. It's not that nobody doesn't care, because we have plenty of fans, plenty of listening to it, but it's just like, I almost fall in that trap of, catching some news or even being accosted out in public of these fucking Karens or just these fucking freaking order followers who were literally, in snitch lines. Like, it's no longer about disagreeing ideologically. Now you have people who could compromise your fucking safety and your children. Look at what's happening in Australia, snatching people out of fucking cars. And even, the WHO, when this began, saying, we do contact tracing, we could go into your home, get your kid, get you quarantine. I mean, the die has been cast. So, I mean, it's like I have this kind of certain fatalistic kind of attitude, which kind of kept me off the mic, or kept us off the mic for a while. Because it's like, I don't even know what to fucking say. I know the virus is bullshit. Not that it's not bullshit, people aren't dying, but I know what it's being used for. I know BLM is bullshit, or not that it's not bullshit, but it's like what it's being used for. All of this, like the psyop is so fucking in full motion right now.
No, I know what you mean, because you're saying it's bullshit, but like a lot of the people in it don't feel that way. They feel like wholeheartedly they're doing the right thing. But that's how they get you,
Yes, the virtue signaling. It's insane. Yeah. Even again, like, and I know it's almost so cliche now. More people die from pneumonia and influenza and all this other shit every year with no shutdown. This is 99.7 survivable. In where's your mask? You can't. I'm just like, fucking wow, dude.
I know it's crazy. It's fucking insane. It's insane. Yeah, and you see all this new shit, that like this humiliating ass shit they're doing. They're having like waitresses with like the dog collar things, the cones on their heads.
Yes,
like another restaurant's making them wear them upside down so they don't breathe on them.
See, and that's this is me with my cynical fucking thought. They're just sitting back laughing their ass off. It's almost like getting your little brother drunk and like, hey, let's see what we can get him to do. Like, let's see what we can get these fuckers to do. Because this, I mean, you have to wear your mask. Wear your fucking mask. Oh, wait a minute. Now you must wear goggles. Wear goggles now. Yeah, like, no, you need to come in wearing a mask and goggles, doing the fucking Macarena, hopping on one leg, and motherfuckers will straight up go out and learn.
You wear roller skates.
Yes,
you get your roller skates. You got to be the old ones, though. No inline skates. You got to wear old roller.
But again, as we said, on the outset, the mask is just the beginning of that social credit, if you will, or that kind of social conditioning. Oh, you don't have your mask. Oh, you don't have your vaccine. You don't have your XY. And just you don't have your chip. You know, all these Blade Runners and fucking Minority Report and Judge Dredd, all of that was a certain level of predictive programming.
The toilet paper. They had to use seashells.
Yeah.
Right there.
Do you know, I mean, as you know about predictive programming, obviously, they do it. Someone played for me the other day, the intro. I don't know if you remember this, the $6 Million Man.
I don't remember the intro.
Steve Austin. Well, I do, but it was an Air Force pilot who got all fucked up, and they rebuilt him to be the Bionic Man. This was almost the early seeds. I mean, I know they had Star Trek and all that shit going on before, but this is a part of this kind of transhumanist thing that they slowly do. And what do they do a few years after that? Fucking Terminator 1. That was groundbreaking shit. I love that movie.
T2 was the last movie I saw in the drive-ins in Mass before I moved here.
Really? Terminator?
Yeah. Part 2.
Both were dope. As fuck. Terminator 1, dude. Steve Austin, barely alive. We can rebuild him. No, you got to check that shit out. Andre the Giant, the wrestler. I don't know if you're into wrestling.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Andre the Giant played Bigfoot in one episode of fucking the $6 Million Man.
Oh, it was a show?
It was a TV show. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. When I was like 5 years old, I had the Steve Austin doll. It was like the big one, like the old G.I. Joe. And behind his head, there was this little, you could look through it and it was like magnified because that's part of his bionic vision. He could see shit. Oh, fucking dope toy, dude. I'm sure they're out there. You can probably find them on eBay, but we digress.
No, I was just thinking about other shit.
The transhuman, all these agendas have been laid out for us, man. Like Buck Rogers. I mean, all the sci-fi shit is just, and I love all of that shit. But again, that's a part of the conditioning, man. They've mastered this shit. The MK Ultras, the behavioral scientists, social engineers, they've mastered the art of. You said Edward Bernays, dude. Everyone needs to watch The Century of Self. It's long, but dude, that is like a college fucking degree of marketing. How the essence of the mind fuck.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of it. I did a video on Edward Bernays and all this group psychology and stuff not too long ago, like maybe 2 months ago. So it's called. I just name my videos whatever the fuck comes to my mind when I'm making them. So it might have nothing to do with in the video. That it's called Parting the Poles, I think. Yeah, that's it. That's what it's about, though.
I mean, they have mastered the art of mind fucking us, dude. Yeah. And the fact that we're willing to trample people for TVs and Jordans, that didn't just come out of nowhere.
Yeah,
I mean, people were basically conditioned to think
that was
things.
Black Friday.
Things is what defined Black Friday. Yeah,
it's racist.
Bang. Yeah.
Should have named it White Friday. What are you doing? It's Christmas time anyway, almost.
All right. Before we sign off with my man, hit us. I know you guys have been chatting over there. Hit us any questions. Been obviously conversating with my boys, so I haven't been able to really jump into it. Bionic Woman, yes, she was definitely dope as shit too. Lindsay Wagner. Hit us with any questions, man, real quick before we slide out of here. Jamie, where can we find you and all that you do, my friend?
Everything, Dave. Just Jamie Dlux. Everything. YouTube.
Dlux. DLUX.
No E's in Deluxe. There's an E in Jamie though. So I got one E. Because it's like Deluxe. No, not really. It's like just Deluxe. But what it is when I was, we were teenagers. We were musicians. We were in bands. We needed stage names, and nothing was sticking. Nothing would stick. Nothing I liked. My other friends couldn't get names that stick either. So one day I had a pack of Benson and Hedges, and they weren't the 100s. They were like Dunhills.
Smoke those.
Benson and Hedges. Well, Oasis smoked Benson and Hedges. So Deluxe. Benson. I still have the pack in my scrapbook. Benson and Hedges Deluxe. And then my friend Judd was like, We'll drop the E's and have it like D''Lux. And then he died when I was 18. So I kept the name forever. Well, I mean, it's been like 20, almost 21 years.
Sorry to hear that. That sucks.
But that's why I named my son Judd after him. So
nice.
Yeah. But so I kept it ever since because he named me, and then.
Good for you, man. Good for you. Yeah. I'm digging it. Well, I've been a fan, man. Literally, I like I said, just kind of been absent for a while, but I peep out your stuff, and you're one of the only ones. I mean, we all post shit and like how fucked up it is, but you're the only one. And this isn't a knock, man, by any stretch. You're the only one who's I see that's like, this is fucking bothering me, man. This is getting to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm there. I'm there every fucking day.
When the kids are involved, like the school things, that's when it really started. You're like, what? You guys are fucking insane.
Yeah, I was just thinking that a couple of days ago, man. If this was just about me, it would, I would fucking just disappear. But my daughter I'm about to be a grandfather. She's 23. I'm about to have a grandson here in December, and then my youngest, she just turned 13. So it's just like, we got to stay and fight for this because this honestly is about. I mean, they're not coming after us, I don't think. I mean, to some degree, they still need to kind of have us manipulated, but they're going after the kids, man. They're weaponizing the kids and have been for a long time.
You can see it. Yeah, it's blatant as day now, isn't it? Like all that, like not all, but a lot of the age range, especially in certain that go to certain areas like schools and stuff. You can see that.
Yeah, it's I when the Parkland shooting happening, as tragic as it is, and I saw the turnout of those kids down in Florida and like all that, I'm just like, it just became kind of clear. And again, man, open your history book. Go back to fucking revolutionary China, Russia, how they weaponized the kids and how the kids, especially in China, that Red Brigade, I believe it's called. I mean, they were fucking, doing some nasty shit with their kids at like 10, 12 years old. So I'm not saying that's what's necessarily going to happen, but from a political, ideological standpoint, these guys are embracing socialism, communism with like nobody's business, not even having a fucking clue of what happens when they're done with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
everyone's being used.
Without a doubt. Useful idiots, as they've been called.
Yeah, that's what they're called.
As Lenin, I think it was Lenin that said, the worse, the better. So this is one of those, ab ordo chaos, you know what I mean? They want to bring the order to the chaos that they create, the Hegelian dialectic of problem, reaction, solution. This is nothing new, man. And it sucks because individuals get caught up within the nuance of it. And of course, that's what they want, especially moving into an election season. That's another thing. I want to let you slide. The election. What do you think goes down? I think both sides are hedging their bets on like contesting it. So what do you think goes down in the election?
Shit, I have no clue what the fuck is going to happen. I'm going to be 100% honest. And it's like, I just don't even know. Like I'm watching a movie.
The plot could turn at any fucking moment.
Luckily it's a comedy too. It's got some funny moments. So
if it was a movie, I would be able to chuckle like that. But again, this is becoming all too fucking real, man.
I know.
And again, and I don't try to get into debates with people. We're all adults. We're all responsible for our choices and shit. But it's just like, I don't know, man. We got to be careful, man. We're moving into dangerous fucking grounds here, man. Very, very dangerous grounds. I know, wear a mask, don't wear a mask, but just this is a chess game, not fucking checkers, man.
Nope, not even Chinese checkers.
Do you believe in Q Dlux?
I never personally got into it because I never really understood it. I feel like everybody has their own way because essentially to me, everything is like, if it's something that you're into or whatever, you're meant to see it and it's supposed to help point you in certain directions. Just like I read a lot of books on Audible. I used to do the blind items a lot, and it's like a starting point for research, pretty much. So I mean, I'm allied with a lot of people. I'm cool with those people, but I never got into it.
Yeah, it just was for me. Understanding the how they use psyops, it just seemed like a psyop to me, kind of like hope porn. Year after year after year. No, we're gonna get all these bad guys. Don't just keep believing the plan, like year after year, and it's like even.
Well, I think a thing is there's extremes with everything. So a lot of stuff gets focused at the extremes there, but that's with everything.
But again, it's like there's never any kind of accountability for it. It's like Hillary's going to be in jail. Her and McCain were wearing ankle bracelets. Like all these things that supposedly were going to happen aren't happening. And then it becomes like, oh, no, you just got to wait, dude. You're not sophisticated enough to understand this larger plan that's taking place. You know what I mean? And it just becomes, like I said, hope porn,
Yeah, that's why. I mean, I wouldn't say trust anything 100%, but like I said, I do feel like because I had like a whole spiritual thing happen before I started on YouTube. I feel like if it it's meant for you to like whatever your signs, it's meant for you, and you can learn from it. So even if because like I've ended up being wrong before, but you learn from stuff.
And it's one of those things where it's like I absolutely want it to be true. The mantra of QAnon is like everything I've kind of fought against. You know what I mean? This cabal that's trafficking in children. That's kind of and Trump was recruited by this benevolent crew of XYZ. I mean, I want that shit to be true, like nobody's business. But again, you look at, and again, I'm a cynical bastard. You look at history, you look at,
Here's one thing I can say: we all had different ways, different holes that you fell in, or I hate these fucking cliche terms, but like the red pill or whatever, and that you took or fell in and ended up on the other side. We're all on the other side now, and to me, that's what matters. That we don't know what the truth. You realize that things aren't what they are.
Yes,
what they were, and that's the important thing. And I think that I definitely think all the infighting from there is just plays into their hands, though.
Well, and I think that's why I think it's by design, and you're absolutely right. Nothing is what it seems. That's why I've always felt like QAnon was a way to infiltrate like the right, if you will, because the right was kind of consolidated, but then you throw in Q and then you have certain aspects of the right, like, no, that's bullshit. Then you have certain aspects like, well, if you don't believe in this, you don't believe, Trump's the real deal. I mean, whatever, not even as a referendum on that, but that's, I think what that purpose of QAnon is.
But, it happens for everything though. I feel like, because every big thing that happens that people fall in that hole or whatever, it always seems like division. Like some people don't believe it
constantly.
Yeah, so I think it happens a lot.
Well, and again, living in a two-party system, which there's so much behind each party, and whether it's propaganda. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. That's just the frustrating part. And again, it goes back to that almost that extreme tribalism that every 4 years we fall for this shit. Every time we hear these fuckers come up and be like, no, I'm the one to bring the change. And and then 4 years later, either you believe it, you're like, go fuck yourself.
I just feel like I'm in that South Park episode. Change. Yeah. No, it's change shortage. And not only can you have to use your card because we can't give you cash back. You also can't pay with cash because it's such a bad change shortage or cash shortage.
Yeah,
we don't want cash,
which is horseshit. That's just all again conditioning to get people ready for this digital dollar, which the Federal Reserve was just talking about the other day.
Fucking assholes.
Yeah. Crazy world we're living in, man. It's good to catch up with you, brother, man. It's I love following you. You're just a real cat, man. Just living fucking life.
It looks like in this background.
Yeah.
I'm pretending.
You're in some chalet in fucking Colorado right there, bro.
I'm in France. I come from France. We come from France.
Dlux is a French name. La Maison Dlux.
I don't even know. I did take French in high school. I don't remember any of it.
Dude, it's weird. I was horrible at French in high school, but I just remember weird shit sometimes, man. I don't know. I'm not fluent by any stretch, but I just remember, whatever, just random shit.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Mon cours est pour vous, et maintenant et toujours, mon ami. Yeah,
I don't know. La bibliothèque. That's a fucking weird one.
La discothèque, la bibliothèque. All right, homeboy. I won't keep you anymore. Man. I know you're an hour ahead. Peace and so much love, dude. And you're welcome back anytime. And
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you for taking the time.
Once I get started, because I do plan on actually starting a podcast eventually. I'm trying. I just gotta fucking.
So what do you consider what you do?
I don't know. I just make videos.
That's what I'm saying. Don't overcomplicate it. If it ain't broke, if it ain't broke, don't break it, bro.
Well, no. Well, see, the thing is, because I go digging and I want to put it together like a comprehensive thing in itself, but there's so much that I'd like to just because I go live a lot anyway on one channel, but it's just me smoking weed and bullshit with the chat.
So what do you want to do? Trying to do interview, one-on-one interviews like this?
Yeah, more stuff. I have a backup channel with 10,000 subscribers. I can just do it there, Deluxe Nation.
Yeah.
I haven't done it yet, but I will. But when I do, you're welcome to come on my end.
Hey, that'd be awesome, dude. You're a talented motherfucker, dude. I enjoy your company, and I appreciate you again taking the time, my friend.
No problem. I appreciate it. I love coming on here. So
sweet, brother. Jamie Dlux, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is one of our first lives that we've done without me. Pat never jumped on, but obviously he's he ain't gone nowhere. But Jamie, I thank you, my friend. Keep doing what you do, brother. Be a killer dad like I know you are. And until next time.
All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Love you guys.
See ya. All right. That was Jamie Dlux, folks. And as for me, I am out of here. Thanks for it's good to be back. Good to talk to you guys. Actually, it's really cool to do this live. Yeah, it's just been crazy, man. I mean, I was like everyone else, it's just been crazy. And God bless everyone who just continues to pump out content and keep doing shows. God love you guys. But it's like my mind, I don't know. I had a lot of shit going on. And if you're a fan of the show, then you know we kind of get deep into it shit. And I can't really kind of half-ass it. And that's what I kind of feel like I'd be doing. But gonna keep trying to bring you guys more for the archives. And thank you guys. Definitely appreciate you. Peace and love.